Hello, this is the Lockpicker 1969, and today, welcome to my channel. And today, I wanted to share with you, if you're like me, you have a ton of tension wrenches of all sorts. This is just a very small sampling of some of the tension wrenches that I have in my arsenal. But how do you find the tension wrench you want when you need it, and make that easily accessible and be able to pick the wrench you want, um, while having it all stored away so you can pull them out whenever you need them and not have to dump them all into a bucket. So I'm going to show two different options in today's video. One is just a simple base that you essentially can take your tension wrenches, like these top of the keyway tension wrenches, and essentially just be able to put them right on your block in the order you want them. Here we go. I think there's one more back here. And now they're clearly visible and I have done it so that I essentially can utilize both sides of the block. And I can stick my other tension wrenches on there if I can pick them up off the table. Just like so. And now I can also, let's say you got a couple of other tools. I have a couple of C-clip tools. Those also go on there nicely. And now I have something I can easily move around, put wherever I want it. And if you've got a couple of these, you can then go to the extent of like Z-wrenches. And you can do those however you like. You can make your blocks as long as you like. This can also accommodate other types of regular tension wrenches that will stick on there. Now granted, not every type of, especially when you get into tension wrenches that are made from wiper blade inserts, the metal is not quite as good as what you see on your typical purchased tension wrenches. So this was made from a wiper blade insert, and that one sticks on there okay, but when you get to some of these smaller ones, they just don't stick as well. So there's another option. You take these off of here, take the small ones off of here, move that over, and like tension wrenches like these, this is the Longhorn set. Okay, that all sticks on there as well. Another option is to take a block of wood and you can simply drill holes in the block that allow you to just put your tension wrenches right there where they're visible. And for those tension wrenches that have the double-ended, you can simply drill a bigger hole to put those types of wrenches in. And now I have a block that I can move around. I can visually see my tension wrenches and then be able to pick one. So I'd like to show you basically all the things you need to make your own tension wrench or tension wrench blocks, and I'll go through that next. So to make one of these magnet type tension wrench blocks, all you really need is a block of wood, which I'm assuming most people have lying around their shop if they have a shop. or you can buy a 2x4 and then essentially, when you've cut pieces off, scrap wood, you can turn that scrap wood into something useful. Now, there's a couple of different approaches here. These are all magnet strips. They come in different types of shapes, sizes, widths, lengths. You can. My recommendation is, this is good stuff. It's roll and cut magnet strips. The problem is that since they're in a coil already, you're going to want to first do something to straighten or flatten it out before applying it to your wood. Now, you can do anything from painting to staining or whatever you feel like doing, or don't do anything with it at all, just to put a magnet on there and call it good and go on forward. But all these coil magnets basically work the same way, but straightening them out can be a trick. Or you can purchase flat based magnet strips that are already nice and flat. They have an adhesive tape on the back. You simply peel, stick it to your block, and you're good to go. And I'll put a link in the comments for where I got these on Amazon. They were not very expensive. They're actually pretty cheap. So that's how you basically throw together a magnet-based block. It's very, very simple and makes organizing and seeing your magnet, your tension wrenches very easy. Alright, now these types of tension wrench blocks, they do require a little bit of extra work, but as you can see, there are tons of options. I can make this as big or as small as I want. I can put a number of the larger holes in to handle double-ended tension wrenches and that sort of thing. But realistically, all you need to do is start with a block, and you'll want to grid your block where you want to put holes in the block, and then essentially take your drill bits, pick a size you're going to use. You can use regular types of drill bits, you can use these spade based ones. It really doesn't matter, it's your choice. But what I do is I determine how deep I want to make the hole that I'm going to go into the block, and then I'll take painter's tape and I'll put that painter's tape right about how deep I want the hole to go, and I'll put that right onto the drill bit. So that way, when I'm drilling into this block, I have a visual representation of how far down I want to go. So that's really all there is to it. You can put together and drill your own block, and then essentially wind up with something like this. Hopefully this video was helpful to some people. I'm hoping that, if you have the same problems I've had, this is kind of giving you some ideas on some things to try. This also works really well. This method here works really well if you want to come up with blocks that can hold your picks. You just simply need to drill the right size holes to hold them. Thank you for watching. Please remember to hit subscribe and like on this video, and turn on notifications so you can be made aware of when I have future content come out, and so that you can be made aware of any giveaways I'm doing. Thank you for watching.